Hey Queens, I was just going through my Dooney Bags collection and taking inventory of the bags that I need to sell, but I found three bags that I will never let go of no matter what. The last one might surprise you, so let's get into it. Hey, I'm Dre and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you know me, you know that I like what I like, but I'm allergic to full price. If that sounds like you, go ahead and subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you know whenever I upload new videos. But let's get into it today, guys. So I've been going through my collection and trying to get rid of stuff that I don't need or haven't worn. Y'all know I've moved, and so my space here is even more limited than it was in my house in Nashville. So this is a perfect time for me to get rid of things that are just taking up space and not getting any use. I did a video a few weeks ago about bags in my collection that I had not yet carried, and there were quite a few Dooney Bags pieces in that collection. The micro satchel in plum, I was able to sell that on eBay a couple of weeks ago, so that's one down and a few more to go. However, there are three bags that I've identified by Dooney Bags that are in my collection that I know I will not get rid of no matter what. And I wanted to just come on here and talk a little bit about these bags and explain to you why they will probably be forever bags for me. So I'm going to start with the first one. And that is my Bitsy bag in the floral print. Now, guys, I think this bag is super cute. This is the perfect size bag for me. I love the silhouette. This definitely reminds me of the Alma BB by Louis Vuitton, but it's also strikingly similar to the Revel by Coach. So this is just a dome satchel bag. It has double zippers. And as you can see, the zipper pulls on here are braided. The thing that I like most about this bag, besides the floral print on the canvas, is that it's vachetta leather lined. So I'm really loving the vachetta leather on this silhouette, especially with all of the different colors. I think this is just super, super cute. This bag does have 4 feet on the bottom. If you get on the inside, this has their typical Dooney setup. You have your zip and slip pockets on the back wall, and then you have your just a regular slip pocket on the front wall. This bag does come with an adjustable, detachable shoulder strap, but this is not a 3-piece strap. What I mean by that is it cannot be worn as a short shoulder. So it doesn't have a centerpiece that you can remove. So this bag really is this strap, I should say, really is just a crossbody or long shoulder strap, depending on how tall you are. However, you could always attach another strap to this bag if you wanted to. This, for me, isn't the type of bag that I would want to use as a crossbody because of the way that it's made. You would have to attach the straps to this bag like cat corner. So it would be like maybe one hook on the back and then one on the front. You could probably do them both on the back, but then I don't know how it would hang. I don't like this either. I would prefer my bags with shoulder straps to have hooks on either side, but this bag is just not made like that, and it doesn't have the additional hooks, or I don't know what you would call it, on these handles to attach a strap. So you literally have to attach it to the handles. So I would never wear this as a crossbody. To me, this is just a cute top handle bag or like crook of the arm bag. So that's how I would wear it. But because of the size, the colors, and this vachetta leather trim, I will never get rid of this bag. I think this bag will work well in my collection. I've only worn it once so far, so this did not make the list of bags that I've never worn, but I still have not gotten enough use out of it. So this one will definitely be coming out this summer, and I plan on trying to use it more. So just keep a lookout on videos for this bag with what's in my bags and my shots, because again, I will be moving into this sometime this summer, hopefully more than once. The next bag on the list of Dooneys that I refuse to get rid of is going to be my all-weather leather 3.0 satchel in the color, I don't know if they call this green or olive, but this bag to me is just gorgeous. The reason I even bought this bag was because of the nostalgia. It just really reminded me of the old Dooney Bags bags from like the 80s and 90s. I love this silhouette. This is my favorite top handle silhouette from Dooney. As you guys can see, it's very similar to the silhouette of the Florentine satchel. You've got your two tassels on the tassels on each side. This one also has 4 feet on the bottom. You have the belted detail that goes all around the bag. And then you have this gorgeous leather Dooney plaque right there on front. This is a very, very nice bag. It is weighty, it's kind of heavy, so I don't carry it that often. And if you know me, you know I really don't like big bags, and I especially don't like heavy bags. So this isn't a bag that I would carry all the time, but I do love the silhouette, and the size to me is bigger than what I would normally carry on an everyday basis, but it's not super big, so it's manageable. I can make it work. I love this detachable charm that they put on here. I've never bothered to take it off. I know some people complain about the sound, like the sound that it makes when it touches other metal on the bag, and they find it annoying. It doesn't annoy me at all. I actually kind of like it, but I just thought this was a really nice touch that they added to this piece. So if we get on the inside of this bag, because it's not Florentine leather, the interior is made out of a different type of material. As you can see, the very top of this bag has the leather here instead of the green suede that you would typically find in a Florentine satchel. But this also has your typical Dooney setup. So you have your, let me take out some of the stuffing. You have your zip and slip on the back wall. And then you have just the huge slip pocket on the front wall. And if y'all can see, this bag has that fabric lining that it almost feels like gingham or linen, really thick, nice, really nice. I wish Dooney would put more of this fabric in their bags versus the red typical Dooney interior. I really don't care for the red. I mean, it's okay. I don't dislike it, but I just think this is much nicer and just much more high end than the red interior that they put in most of their bags. This one also comes with a shoulder strap, and it's also just a regular strap. It's not a 3-piece. So you can't take the centerpiece out to make this shorter, but you can feed this through to make it a short shoulder. So I may do a quick tutorial or a short later on just to show you guys how to adjust a regular strap on a Dooney handbag so that you can wear it as a short shoulder bag if need be. And I did do that the last time I wore this bag because it does get kind of heavy when you wear it in the crook of your arm or even as a top handle, especially if you have a few things in here. This bag by itself is probably close to 2 pounds with nothing in it. So you can imagine how it feels once you load it up. So I tend to pack light when I carry this bag, but even with that, it can get a little heavy if you're not used to it. So, but this bag is another bag in my collection that I just don't see myself getting rid of. I actually want another color, maybe not in this exact silhouette, but I'm looking at the barrel bag in the all-weather leather 3.0, and I'm really liking it in the jeans in that yellow color. I don't know what Dooney calls it, if it's marigold or just yellow, but the jeans in the yellow color in the barrel satchel in this leather are just gorgeous to me. So I am considering picking one of those up sometime in the near future. But I went on ahead and got this wallet. So, okay, this is what I think it is. I think this is green and this is olive, or either this is olive and this is green. But in any case, they're not an exact match, but they match well enough that I felt comfortable getting this wallet to wear with this. Now, of course, I could have gotten a larger wallet, but again, I know this Dooney leather is just so heavy. So I don't really buy full-size Dooney wallets unless I know that I'm going to be using them in a tote bag with a lot, that I can have on my shoulder, because this is just going to add more weight to an already heavy bag. But the way that this wallet is made, it may as well be a full-size wallet because it has like 6 card slots on the inside. You have a full compartment for your bills. There's even a zipper compartment on the back if you had coins or something that you wanted to put in here. And then there's even space here behind the card slots on each side. So you can pack this wallet if you needed to. But if you are carrying a bag that's as heavy as this one, I don't recommend it. Okay, Queen, so we are down to the last bag in my Dooney collection that I know for a fact that I'm never selling. And this is the one that might shock y'all because this bag is big. But we're talking about my Sarrento satchel in pink. Now, I'm saying Sarrento because that's what it said on the website when I bought this satchel. That's what they were calling it. But even back then, I was a little confused about the real and accurate name for this satchel, because when I Googled the style number, it came up as the twist satchel. And I guess I'm not as much of a Dooney-nista as I thought I was, because I don't ever remember the twist satchel. So ladies, if you have a twist satchel or remember that, please chime in the comments and let me know, because that was something I had never heard of until I Googled the style number on this piece. But another reason why I'm confused about whether this is actually Sarrento is because of the leather. So the leather on this bag it's pebbled, but it's a very fine grain. If you can see this close up, it's not a really deep pebble. It almost looks like smooth leather with pebbling, but it is a pebbled leather. It's just the grain is just not as thick as the Dooney traditional pebbled leather or the all-weather pebbled leather. But I thought the color, this pink color, was just gorgeous. This bag also has 4 feet on the bottom, and the silhouette is just like the Florentine satchel, which y'all know is my favorite silhouette from Dooney. So you got the tassels on each side, and you got the belting that's on the front and the back. The hardware on this, though, is different than the hardware that comes on the Florentine. So I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see this, but it's lighter. It's more like a champagne gold, and it's shinier. So the hardware on the Florentine satchels is more of a yellow, like a darker yellow, and it's brassy and not quite as shiny as this. But I think the hardware works well on this bag. And even though this bag is larger, because this is about the size of the small Florentine or pebble leather satchel, and I sold my jean pebble leather satchel last year because I felt like it was too big and too heavy. The reason why this one will stay in the collection is because the leather is different. So this leather is thinner than the regular pebbled leather, so it doesn't feel as heavy. It's also more pliable. And again, the color is what got me. So just for that alone, I would probably hold on to this bag. I have worn this bag a few times, and surprisingly, it was a comfortable carry. And as you can see, the strap on here is already set up for the short shoulder carry, because again, this is not a 3-piece. This is not like a 3-piece strap where you can take out the center part. You actually have to kind of rig or finagle this one if you want to do the strap as a short shoulder. So I can just show y'all real quick how I've got both of the hooks are clipped on this side, and then I've got the strap threaded through over there. So that's how I make it a short shoulder. And then if I wanted to do a long shoulder, I would just clip this on the regular way or crossbody. But I would never wear this crossbody or long shoulder because it's just too big. It just feels too awkward for me to have this bag like sitting against my body as a crossbody. It works fine as a shoulder because it's kind of like right up under your arm, and the way it sits is comfortable. But anything else, I think it would just get in the way, especially if I was out shopping or running errands or whatever. So yeah, this would be strictly a top handle, crook of the arm, or short shoulder carry for me. But to clear up the confusion, and I'm still confused, so y'all may need to help me out on this. So they call this the Sarrento. But I actually have something else from Dooney that's called Sarrento, and it's this logo lock hobo. So this is called the Sarrento leather logo lock hobo. Y'all see how stiff and thick this leather is in comparison to this. You may not be able to see it, but I can definitely feel the difference. This leather is not nearly as pliable or squishy as the leather on the satchel, even though they both say Sarrento. They're not the same leather. So I think with this pink satchel, that Dooney and Bourke listed it wrong. I think that really is a twist satchel, even though they had it listed as a Sarrento. And I think this is the real Sarrento leather. But with that being said, there is one other bag that I forgot to add to this video that will never get sold, and that's the black Florentine micro satchel. And I think I mentioned this being a forever bag in one of my other videos, but I just wanted to make sure that I included this and that I didn't leave it out, because a lot of y'all know what I have in my collection, and the minute I say I want to get rid of something, I start getting DMs and inquiries about when I'm going to list it and how much I'm going to charge for it. So just so y'all know, this one is definitely staying in the collection. This is my black, like I said, Florentine micro satchel, and we're not going to like go over the details because y'all have seen this bag numerous times. many unboxings and what's in my bags have been published on YouTube, not just by me, but other creators in our handbag community. So I know y'all are already familiar with this bag. But again, this is the perfect size for me. So when we're talking about top handle satchels, this is it for me. As far as Dooney and Burke goes, this is the size that I'm most comfortable wearing every day. It's big enough to fit my essentials, but small enough to keep me under control so that I'm not just throwing any and everything in here. I really do have to think about what I want to carry, because this bag can fill up really quick. And even though it's small, it can still get heavy if you just pack it. So that is all that I have for you today. I just wanted to come on here and show you guys what I've been doing, trying to get rid of stuff and figure out what I'm going to keep. So those are the 4 Dooney and Burke handbags in my collection that I will never sell. Comment and let me know what your forever bags from Dooney are. Thank you again for watching. And don't forget, if you're going to get it anyway, you may as well save a few coins. Talk to you later. Bye.